afternoon if you are in Seoul. My name is Harriet and I am the Regional Manager at National College of Ireland. I hope that you can see that on the screen there. I joined National College of Ireland 3 years ago now, so it really feels like home. I really enjoy working with NCI and getting the opportunity to meet with students and with people from all around the world, and especially Korea, which is one of my favorite places. Actually, my sister has just returned from Seoul, where she lived for 1 year, so I'm very familiar with Korea and Seoul, and it's very nice to be able to present to you this morning. I'm going to talk to you about NCI and about what we can offer you. So I'll tell you a little bit about who we are. I'll tell you a little bit about why to choose NCI. So why are international students choosing National College of Ireland for their study abroad experience? I'll then tell you just very quickly about the programs that we offer, both for the autumn intake and also for the January intake, because we do also have some programs running from January. I'll explain the entry requirements for Korean students. And also, I just want to tell you a little bit about the key changes for the autumn 2020 intake. Of course, this year is a little different to other years because we are still working through the COVID-19 situation. Things are really starting to improve in Ireland, and we are reopening as a country with each week that goes on. So we hope that we will see that continued improvement and be able to welcome all of our students in the autumn. So who is NCI? National College of Ireland is an institution that is government funded but also not for profit. So we're not quite a public institution, we're not quite a private institution, we're sort of somewhere in the middle. We were founded about 70 years ago. We have 2 schools. We have a School of Business and a School of Computing. And in both schools, we offer a range of undergraduate bachelor degrees and master degree programs. All of our programs are awarded with QQI. This is Quality and Qualifications Ireland, and they are all internationally recognised. So wherever you go after studying at NCI, you will have a degree or qualification that will take you anywhere, whether you want to study further in Ireland or in another country, or whether you want to work in Ireland or in another country, either back home in Korea or elsewhere in the world. NCI is a small college compared to some of the universities and other institutions in Ireland. We have almost 6,000 students. Of those 6,000 students, about 1,200 come from outside of the EU, so about 1,200 international students. And those students come from more than 80 countries, so we have quite a diverse student body. We are located in Dublin. For those of you who aren't too familiar with Dublin, it is Ireland's capital city, located on the east coast of the country. Dublin is quite a small city. Ireland is a small country. The population of Dublin is about 1.5 million if you take in the surrounding areas. We are located in the city centre. You can see National College of Ireland's logo here. We're actually located in the International Financial Services Centre, or the IFSC. So as you stand just outside NCI, you can see all around you these fantastic international companies that are, sharing this space with us. And just across the river, you can see the River Liffey in the centre of that photo. We have what we would call Silicon Docks, which is sort of modelled on Silicon Valley in California in the United States. This area of Dublin is home to many of Ireland's multinational, international tech companies. So you can see there the likes of Google and Facebook and LinkedIn that are all located within walking distance of NCI's campus. Dublin is a very fun, dynamic, beautiful city to be located in, not just for learning, but for living also. So I know that you would love living in this fantastic city. NCI was rated as a 4-star university in the QS Stars rankings of 2019. This is, I suppose, like a quality audit of an institution that QS Stars do. We received the maximum of 5 stars in a number of categories, including employability, facilities and inclusiveness, and we received 4 stars in internationalization, mainly highlighting how wonderfully diverse our international student body are. So why NCI? Why should you choose NCI as the place that you want to study and learn? I'm going to talk about 3 different reasons. There are many reasons, but let's focus on 3 today. The first of those reasons is employability. As I've just mentioned, we received 5 stars for our employability success in the QS Stars ratings of 2019. One of the reasons that students really like NCI is that our programs are very practical in nature. We don't just teach you the theory of your subject, but we really teach you the practical skills and knowledge that you need to achieve your chosen career at the end of your studying. Our programs are developed by industry for industry. And what we mean by this is that we use representatives from top global companies to advise us on what we're teaching you and how we're teaching you. And it means that that very practical knowledge that you gain is exactly what companies want. So when it comes to applying to those companies with your qualification from NCI, they know that you've been taught the most up-to-date skills and knowledge, and that's exactly what they want. At NCI, we have an award-winning careers team who run over 100 careers events on campus annually. Their big focus is to connect you with as many potential employers as possible. And this is a really important way of, of getting the best opportunities when you finish college. All of this success means that each year we have excellent employability rates of our graduates. So consistently, we have well over 90% of our graduates either employed or in further study. They decide to maybe want to do a master's within 6 months of graduating. And of those, about 96% of our master's students are in employment within 6 months. So you can see that employability is one of the key reasons that students choose NCI. The average graduate salaries that we see in Ireland for IT graduates range from about 35 to 55,000 euro. And for business graduates, it ranges from about 25,000 to 35,000 euro. So we do have some pretty high starting salaries for graduates in Ireland. Here are just some examples of where recent NCI graduates are located. Many of these places, maybe all of these places will be, these companies will be familiar to you, and you will see not only the great placements that NCI graduates get, but all of these companies have offices or even headquarters, European headquarters in Dublin. So you can see the fantastic range of companies that Ireland has to offer you when you finish studying here. The second thing I wanted to talk about is student support and well-being. Particularly in the last 2 to 3 years, we have had an increased focus on this area for our students, and especially for our international students. NCI was awarded 5 stars in the QS rankings for inclusiveness, and this reflects our ability to offer a very supportive and welcoming environment to our students. We are a small college, as I mentioned, and one of the huge benefits of being a small college is that we have small class sizes. This might not mean a lot to you, but actually it's very, very important, especially if you are an international student and this is maybe your first experience of learning in an overseas environment. Things might be a little bit unfamiliar to you, and the smaller the class size, the better, because you get more time with faculty, more time to discuss the content of the modules with them, and more dedicated time to work out anything that you don't quite understand. And all of this means more success for you. So small class sizes is really something that you should be looking for in an institution for your learning. We have a very large range of support services, learning support services for you. I've listed just a few here, but actually if you take a look at our website, you'll see that we offer a huge range of supports. Everything from academic writing, math support, study skills, how to revise for exams and how to manage your time and manage your learning. So we offer a number of one-to-one supports and also group supports to help you through your year or your degree at NCI. We are offering access to a medical centre and a counselling service and free gym membership for our students. So we do have a focus on your health and your well-being. It is important to us because the healthier you are, the more success you'll have in your learning. We, as an office, as an international office, of course, provide extra supports to our international students. And really, we provide support right from the very start that when you apply to NCI, all the way through to your graduation. We also have an international peer mentor program. Our peer mentors are a group of current students that work with the international office to help us provide a welcoming and supportive environment to our new international students. So they'll do everything from giving you tours of NCI's campus or tours of Dublin City Centre. They run a lot of student events, social events on campus to help you settle in, make new friends and just become familiar and more at home at NCI and in Dublin. So those peer mentors are a really important part of what we do as an international office. The final thing I wanted to mention is student experience. And this, students are choosing NCI and Ireland, generally because it offers a really fantastic student experience. Going abroad to study is not just about getting that qualification, it's the whole experience that goes with it of being in a new country and experiencing a new culture, new people and a new environment. Ireland is a really fantastic country. For a small country of just about 5 million people, we really have a lot to offer. This year it's been voted one of the top 20 countries in the world to visit. Dublin, as I mentioned earlier, is the capital city. It's a really fun place to be. It's a really beautiful city. There's lots of adventure here waiting for you. It's also your gateway to Europe because you can easily fly in just a couple of hours to the majority of the other capital cities of Europe. So it's a great place to base yourself to explore Europe. We kickstart our student experience at NCI with a 4-week welcome program. This is a combination of sort of essential information sessions for you to get to know NCI, but we also offer a lot of social events during this 4 weeks. We have, of course, on campus a students' union. We have over 50 clubs and societies for you to join and to enjoy. As an office, as an international office, each year we offer more than 200 events and tours to our international students. So every week you have multiple events that you can choose from to join us, and it's a really great way of getting the most out of your experience. Just here you can see some photos of events we've had over the last year. We have a big freshers night or a freshers party at the start of each semester. We have Culture Week on campus where you get to experience other cultures or maybe even teach people about your own culture. We have visits to various places around Dublin and around Ireland. This is a picture of some of our students at the Cliffs of Moher, which is on the west coast of the country. So we take you out of Dublin as much as we can and get you to experience what Ireland has to offer. And we also have some smaller events. So if you don't like kind of big groups or big parties, we have like a weekly coffee and chat where you can just come along in a small group, grab a coffee and have some nice conversation with other students. These types of smaller events are usually run by our peer mentors. So it's students helping other students to settle in, which is a really great thing. Just want to move on now to our programs to tell you what you can study at NCI. We'll start with the undergraduate business programs. I won't go into too much detail here on these programs because I don't want to be talking for most of the day. I think it's really important to just take a look at what we offer, and then if you have a particular interest in a program, please do visit the NCI website, because on the NCI website you can read a lot more detail on each of these programs. You can read exactly what modules are within each semester of the program, what you will be learning in those modules. You can even read about if there is an exam at the end of the module or continuous assessment or both. So you can really kind of get to know the program, and getting to know the program that you're going to study is really important to make sure that you're confident and happy with it. So undergraduate School of Business, we offer a number of programs including accounting and finance, marketing, psychology, human resource management. These programs are all 3 years in duration. So they are honours level programs, level 8 programs in Ireland, but they are just 3 years. There's the option to make it 4 years if you want to add an internship in, but you know this isn't essential. You can complete it in just 3 years. The tuition fees are €10,000 per year, and there is a €2,000 scholarship for each year of that program as well. In our School of Computing, we have an honours degree in computing. This is 4 years in duration. It does include an internship in year 3, and that's a compulsory internship. So this will have to take 4 years to complete. The internship is usually about 6 months in duration. The good news is that the majority of these internships are paid internships. So not only is it a good chance for you to get some really good working experience, but it's also a chance for you to earn a little bit of money. So that's good. Our careers team are the ones that help students to find these internships. So you're not going to be on your own with trying to find a placement in a company. Same tuition fee of €10,000 per year, and the same scholarship applies for this program as well. If it's master's degree programs that you're interested in, we have a number of masters in our School of Business, including finance, management, HR, international business. These programs are all 12 months in duration. This is typical in Ireland. Most of the master's degrees in Ireland are just 1 year. It will be 3 semesters. The first 2 semesters will have taught modules. Some will be compulsory, some will be optional, where you get to choose from a range of modules. And the 3rd semester each year is when you will focus on your dissertation or thesis or final project, whichever term you want to use. So you will have a supervisor to help you work through that thesis. The tuition fees for the master's programs this year is €15,000, but we do have a range of scholarships available. Most students will get some form of academic scholarship of either €2,000 or €4,000, and this is a tuition fee discount. So it discounts your fee down to either, by €2,000 or €4,000. There is no extra application that you need to submit for these scholarships. The scholarships are assessed as part of your application assessment, so there's no extra work that you need to do for this scholarship. In our School of Computing, we have 3 master's programs: cybersecurity, data analytics, and cloud computing. These are probably the 3 most popular programs at NCI, especially for international students. because many students want to come to Ireland to study IT master's programs, because it gives you a 2-year stay-back visa if you complete a master's program, but also because Ireland is a tech hub. You know, there are so many technology companies located here who are all in real need of good graduates. So these are the programs where students see real employability success when they finish. These programs, again, 12 months in duration, the same fee applies, €15,000, and again, the same scholarships of either €2,000 or €4,000 for you as well. One final program I wanted to mention that is beginning this autumn is the Higher Diploma in Science and Computing. This is also a 1-year program, but it's a level 8 program, so it's the same level as a bachelor degree. This program is for students who don't have any IT experience or any IT bachelor degree. So if you are coming from, for example, a business major or humanities major, you can choose to take this program. It's sort of like a conversion program, and it aims to build up your IT knowledge and IT skills in 1 year. So you can then sort of switch your path in life, maybe from a business path to more of an IT path in terms of your career. It's a really good opportunity for non-IT graduates to try and get into the tech space. The tuition fee here is €12,000, but we have a €4,000 scholarship, so it's quite a low tuition fee for this program this year. Just wanted to quickly mention that we do have a January intake, so if you're not quite ready to join us in September, we offer some of our master's programs in January also. So you can consider a bit of a later start next year if that suits you a little better. The same tuition fees and scholarship opportunities are available for the January intake, so just keep that in mind as well. Just very briefly on entry requirements, PrestigeUHack are probably the experts when it comes to entry requirements and what you can study at NCI, so definitely keep in contact with them, especially if you're interested in NCI, and they'll be able to advise you on what your options are and what entry requirements you meet. Generally speaking, students from Korea who have completed the high school diploma with about a 70% average can enter year 1 of our bachelor programs. So it may not be necessary for you to complete any foundation or preparation program. We just need to ensure that you've studied maths and English as part of your high school diploma, but I think most students do this anyway. Alternatively, if you've already completed the first year of a university program in Korea, or if you have completed a junior college diploma, you can also enter year 1 of our bachelor degrees. For our master degree programs, we will need you to have a 4-year bachelor degree from Korea, from a recognized institution, a recognized university, and we usually look for a GPA of about 3.2 on a scale of 4.5. There are some of the master's degree programs that will require you to have a specific major. So for example, our masters in data analytics and cloud computing and cybersecurity, those School of Computing masters usually require students to have the relevant background, the relevant IT background at undergraduate level. Don't forget, we do have that option for you to take the higher diploma if you come from a non-IT background. So I definitely think that no matter what your background is at a bachelor degree level, we have an option for you to study further at NCI. So as I said, PrestigeUHack can definitely advise you further on this, so do keep in touch with them over the coming weeks on your options. The second requirement that we would look at is an English language requirement. I talk here about IELTS, but please remember that there are other options for you. We do also accept TOEFL and PTE and the Cambridge English exams. And this year we will accept the Duolingo test of English. for entry to NCI. So there are lots of options for you to meet your English language condition or your English language requirement. All of our undergraduate programs, our higher diploma and our Masters in Computing require a 6.0 IELTS. Our FinTech Masters and our Business Masters programs require a 6.5. We just look at the overall score of your IELTS. We do not concern ourselves with the individual bands. So once you reach the overall score and you meet the requirements, then that's enough for us. That is the information that I wanted to share with you today. I hope that it gave you a good overview of NCI and some of the reasons you should choose us for your degree program. I hope I've given you enough information to get you interested about some of our programs, and as I said, do look at our website for more detailed information on what you can expect from the bachelor degrees or master's degrees. Please do work with PrestigeYuHack because they really are excellent and they can advise you very well on what your options are at NCI. And of course, you can also contact me directly if you want further information on anything I've mentioned today. So you can get me on email or by phone or WhatsApp. And I also have Kakao, although I'm not very good at checking it sometimes, so you might need to send me an email to remind me. The difference is the grade that you received at your bachelor degree. So those scholarships of €2,000 or €4,000 for the master's programs depend on the result that you gained in your bachelor degree program. Most students, if you meet the entry requirements, of the GPA of the entry requirement, you will get at least a €2,000 scholarship. For the students who have achieved a higher GPA, we will award the higher scholarship of €4,000. So it does just depend on the GPA of your bachelor degree. For the students who are interested in the undergraduate programs at NCI, this year we have a guaranteed scholarship of €2,000 for all students. So there's no specific requirement or GPA that you need to meet. It's a scholarship that we're offering to all students this year. Absolutely. Whatever scholarship you get for your first year, so whatever fee you pay in your year one is the fee that you will pay in each year of your program. Yes. So if you get the 2,000 scholarship in year one, it means your fee is €8,000, and that will be the fee in each year that you study at NCI for your undergraduate degree. For the undergraduate degrees, the average class size will probably be between 25 to 40 students, I would say. It depends exactly on the program. Okay. For the master's programs, the masters in the School of Business would usually be no more than about 50 students in each class. It's slightly higher in the School of Computing. We would probably have about 70 students in each class. For the lectures, for the core lectures, of course, all of the students would come together. But for optional modules and of course for tutorials or smaller sort of learning experiences, there would be smaller groups of students coming together. So the tutorials may have only about 10 or 12 students in each one. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to learn in nice small group environments, which I feel is really important for our students. Absolutely, we do offer a conditional offer. So, and this isn't just for English. We can offer a conditional offer if you haven't yet completed your bachelor degree, or if you haven't yet completed your undergraduate, your high school qualifications. So, I would encourage students to apply as soon as possible with whatever documents you have, and we will try to issue a conditional offer letter, and then you can follow up later with your English language or with your final semester results if you're still waiting on them. The deadline to submit your conditions we don't, we don't have a specific deadline. How we work is that we will continue to encourage you to send them to us as soon as possible, because we do see some of our courses fill. We do see them filling up before the semester starts, and we would have to close them off for applications. So I would really encourage students, particularly with English language, to take your English language test as soon as possible and continue to submit those documents to us. The final date for joining is the start date of the program. Students from Korea are lucky because you don't need to apply for a visa to come to Ireland. You can simply have your offer letter and your tuition fees paid, and you can arrive to Dublin and you can register at NCI. But just in case programs start to fill, I would encourage you to send us any outstanding documents as soon as possible. So I will say 감사합니다 to both of you at Prestigiuyahag for arranging this today, and thank you to everybody who joined and to listened. To anyone who's listening to this after the event, I hope that you learned something new about Ireland and NCI, and hope that we see some of you in September.